In this video, we're grappling with deeply troubling news that strikes at the heart of our community. Tyler Perry, a man who has so publicly professed his Christian faith, a name many of us have welcomed into our homes through his movies, TV shows, and even his appearances on Christian platforms, is now facing bombshell allegations of SA in a staggering $260 million lawsuit. For years, Tyler Perry has been more than just a Hollywood mogul to many in our community. He's been seen as a beacon, a testament to what faith can achieve in the secular world. He's stood alongside some of our most prominent spiritual leaders. Think about it. He's preached from the pulpit of Joel Osteen's Lakewood megachurch, a platform reaching millions worldwide. He's cultivated a close friendship with Bishop T.D. Jakes, even sharing the stage and, as many witnessed, praying for Bishop Jakes, laying hands in a powerful display of faith. And who among us hasn't seen Tyler Perry share his testimony and insights on major Christian television networks like TBN? This deep association with our faith community makes the news we're about to unpack all the more disturbing. Derek Dixon, an actor who held a lead role in Perry's show, The Oval, has filed this massive lawsuit, alleging a sustained pattern of workplace sensual harassment, assault, and retaliation. The legal document lays out 10 causes of action, including quid pro quo, sensual harassment, work environment, sensual harassment, workplace gender violence, violation of the Bain Act, a California law protecting civil rights, sensual battery, sensual assault, negligent retention, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and retaliation. That's a serious list. Let's get right into the complaint. It starts with a powerful statement, and I want to read it to you directly. Quote, "This case arises from a sustained pattern of workplace sensual harassment, assault, and retaliation perpetrated by Tyler Perry, a powerful media mogul, against plaintiff Derek Dixon, a professional actor and screenwriter. Mr. Perry is an American actor, filmmaker, and playwright who has built one of the most successful careers in the film and television industry. Mr. Perry took his success and power and used his considerable influence in the entertainment industry to create a coercive, sensually exploitative dynamic with Mr. Dixon, initially promising him career advancement and creative opportunities, such as producing his pilot and casting him in his show, only to subject him to escalating sensual harassment, assault and battery, and professional retaliation when Mr. Dixon did not reciprocate Mr. Perry's unwanted advances. These events occurred while Mr. Dixon was employed as a series regular on the Tyler Perry show The Oval, and while Mr. Perry held direct control over his employment, compensation, and creative opportunities." End quote. And here's where it gets even more chilling. This lawsuit even compares Perry to some other infamous celebrities who have been called out for their alleged predatory behavior in the past. It states, just like Harvey Weinstein, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Sean P. Diddy Combs, Kevin Spacey, Roger Ailes, and many others in the industry, Mr. Perry's success has led him to believe that money and influence can get him whatever he wants. That belief slowly transformed into the false idea that Mr. Perry can get whomever he wants. So, how did all of this allegedly begin? According to the lawsuit, Dixon was working as part of an event staff at a party Perry was hosting in Atlanta when Perry noticed him and offered him the chance to audition for a part in one of his hit TV shows. Dixon initially had a small part on Perry's show, Ruthless, and then returned to his event staff job, through which he was hired to work at Perry's parties in places like Los Angeles and Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Back to the Tyler Perry lawsuit. As Dixon spent more time with Perry, he says Perry would flirt with him through text messages and his advances became more aggressive. Dixon claims he was invited to Perry's Georgia home where they drank together. When Perry allegedly told him he was too drunk to drive and offered him his guest bedroom, Dixon says he accepted. But then, he claims, while he was asleep, Perry climbed into bed with him and tried to initiate sex. Dixon says he tried to distance himself from Perry after this incident, but then he was offered a major role on Perry's show, The Oval. The lawsuit then reads, and this is chilling, quote, "Dixon did his best to tiptoe around Tyler Perry's sensual aggression while keeping on Mr. Perry's good side. Mr. Perry made it clear to Dixon that if Dixon ignored Perry or failed to engage with the sensual innuendos, Dixon's character would die in the next season." And indeed, Dixon's character, Dale, was shot 4 times in the chest at the end of his first season on the Oval. The lawsuit alleges Perry always held this over Dixon's head, implying that Dale would survive if Dixon kept Perry, quote, happy. According to the complaint, Perry had made it clear to Dixon that he would kill characters to get an actor to be loyal or obedient. This is a shocking allegation of professional manipulation. During the pandemic, Dixon says Perry convinced him to stay in one of the houses that was part of Tyler Perry's studios. Quote, in or around April of 2020, and while Dixon was living in the studio homes on set, Perry often coerced Dixon to drink alcohol and then get on the phone with Perry. Perry would frequently have someone drop off alcohol at Dixon's door. Perry would eventually turn these phone calls into sensually explicit rants. Perry would get frustrated with Dixon and tell Dixon that he was not giving Perry, quote, what he needs. Dixon's refusal to succumb to Perry's sensual advances, according to the lawsuit, caused Perry to become even more frustrated. Eventually, Perry allegedly warned Dixon that if he told his castmates about the harassment, Dixon would be opening himself up to lots of questions and foolishness, and demanded that Dixon not discuss any of their conversations with his castmates. This speaks to an alleged pattern of isolation and control. The lawsuit also lists out some of the alleged sensual commentary by Perry that Dixon claimed he experienced while filming The Oval in 2020. Dixon says Perry told him, quote, that he liked being choked. That was after Dixon's character was choked by a cast member in a scene on The Oval. Perry also allegedly said, why do you twist your hips when you walk? Logically, how can I get a day of Dixon? Zrenia, when will you be thick again? Zrenia, I feel sorry for the first person who flirts with me, and I've been trying to put that energy somewhere else, but everything is sensual on this stuff. The lawsuit also contains numerous text messages from Perry to Dixon, some of which seem to have been sent when Perry was allegedly intoxicated. And if Dixon didn't respond, according to the complaint, Perry would hound him. Dixon also claims the harassment turned physical. Quote, on multiple occasions, Mr. Perry sexually assaulted Mr. Dixon, including one instance where he forcibly pulled off Mr. Dixon's clothing, groped his buttocks, and attempted to force himself on Dixon. Mr. Dixon says he told a drunken Perry, no, and attempted to remove Mr. Perry's hands, but Mr. Perry held tightly onto Dixon's wrists. Mr. Dixon was only able to escape after de-escalating the situation by abruptly changing the subject. The day after the assault, the lawsuit claims Mr. Perry called and texted Mr. Dixon relentlessly, saying, tried you, call me, and I really need to talk to you. Please call me as soon as you can. And finally, when Mr. Dixon answered, Tyler Perry profusely apologized for the essay while blaming it on other things. Perry continued, quote, he didn't know why he would do that. Maybe he was self-sabotaging. But here's where it gets even more disturbing. On the very same call where he apologized for the essay against Dixon, Perry allegedly told Dixon, quote, and don't worry, we're going to do your show, referring to the pilot that Perry knew Mr. Dixon had desperately wanted to produce. Shortly thereafter, Mr. Dixon got a call from Perry's lawyer saying that Christmas had come early and that Dixon was getting a substantial raise and the show was greenlit. Perry's attorney explicitly warned Dixon not to tell any other actor on the show about Dixon's raise because no other actors were getting a raise, only Dixon. This paints a picture of alleged hush money or an attempt to keep Dixon quiet. Later in the lawsuit, Dixon's lawyers write that in or around April 2022, before beginning to shoot the next season of The Oval, Perry called Dixon to discuss the June 2021 essay. On that phone call, Perry allegedly lectured Dixon about how Dixon was overreacting to the essay because of prior essays in Dixon's life. Perry said that there was a misunderstanding and miscommunication, and that Dixon needed to say no stronger. In other words, Perry allegedly blamed Dixon for the essay, claiming that Perry felt that Dixon's no was really a yes, because Dixon did not say no strongly enough. This is a classic tactic used by alleged abusers, turning the blame back on the victim. Dixon says he finally, quote, woke up to the fact that Perry was allegedly stringing him along about working with him on his own show to keep him around to be sensually harassed. In 2024, Dixon reported Perry's alleged conduct to the EEOC, the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. According to the lawsuit, after reporting the sensual harassment, the defendants, Perry and his studio, did not make any investigation into the complaint and did not take any steps to prevent further harassment from occurring. Because defendants took no action to prevent further assault or harassment, Dixon had to quit his job working on the last season of The Oval. Dixon did so even though he was under contract to finish filming and stood to make close to $400,000. Dixon states he did not want to be sensually harassed or be placed in danger of a SA again. The lawsuit then alleges retaliation. Defendant told Dixon if he quits and told the other actors why he quit, he would be in breach of his contract. Defendants told Dixon that the only way out was to portray his departure from the show as a medical leave due to the emotional distress caused by the harassment. Instead, the lawsuit claims defendant made the leave of absence unpaid and therefore terminated plaintiff's employment, causing Dixon additional loss of income and insult. But Tyler Perry is fighting back. In a statement, an attorney for Perry reportedly said the allegations are a scam. The attorney went on to say, "We are confident these fabricated claims of harassment will fail." The attorney, who according to TMZ is identified as Matthew Boyd, said in full, "This is an individual who got close to Tyler Perry for what now appears to be nothing more than setting up a scam. But Tyler will not be shaken down, and we are confident these fabricated claims of harassment will fail." So, there you have it. Explosive allegations against one of the most powerful and influential figures in entertainment, a man who has built an empire and a public image rooted in faith and family values. This lawsuit, seeking $260 million, contains deeply disturbing claims that, if substantiated, would have profound implications for Tyler Perry's career, his legacy, and his standing within both Hollywood and the Christian community. We'll be keeping a close eye on this developing story. What are your thoughts on these allegations? Let us know in the comments below. Do you believe these claims? How do you think this will impact Tyler Perry's career and his relationship with the Christian community? As always, remember to hit that like button, subscribe for more breaking news and commentary, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.